Hello and welcome to another update video about PEPE. Yeah, PEPE is one of the interesting charts at the moment, so I try to find charts that are moving actually and that are actually following some nice structures, because many charts are just moving sideways, so there isn't much to report on them. Here, however, the chart PEPE that I also talked about in yesterday's video and that I talked about on X more than a week ago, like Twitter, in which I presented this setup, basically this long trade setup and our support zone. Yeah, this chart is still following the structure and we're now approaching the resistance area I mentioned in yesterday's video. The resistance area is highlighted here. Yeah, it's not in red because it's a Fibonacci extension area. It's actually more like a target area, but these targets act as resistances. So especially here, the 117443 level, that's the one the price has not yet managed to get above. That's the level that's really key as next key resistance, because if this rally is just a corrective structure, we should get rejected there strongly. At the moment, I'm in favor of the white count, as mentioned in the last video, especially as certain key levels are holding, which I'm going to mention in this video. And as I always say, like a third wave rally, okay, we've got the third wave here, which is wave 3 of circle 5, after which we should get another 4-5. This third wave should get to minimally the 1.236 extension, and then the 1.38 extension at 152.123 is the first ideal target. Yeah. That's at 152.123. And I mean, extensions are always possible in a third wave. We have to expect them, okay? And from there, we can then look for a possible fourth wave pullback. These tend to reach the 100% extension or the 78.6 extension. But I can calculate that more precisely once we have a top in place, because it depends on how far the third wave extends. Looking at the subdivisions as well, we are dealing likely with an ending diagonal in circle 5, okay, in which we have ABC structures in the subwaves. And here we are dealing with a key target for wave C, which is the 100% extension, which overlaps with the other 100% extension. So again, there are different ways of measuring. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to find Fibonacci confluence or confluence at certain fib levels that, and the first one is at that 117443 level. So there's good Fibonacci confluence. Definitely pay attention to that level. Mentioned that yesterday already. Next, fib confluence here around 137916, which I also already mentioned, and then 152.123. Again, all the levels matter that are here on the chart. Basically, would prefer further upside continuation in the white count to 152.123. That would be ideal. Okay, that would be ideal. Also, if this really is a C wave in wave 3, again, we're dealing with an ending diagonal, then the C wave seems to need another 4-5 pattern. So if we zoom into the detailed wave count, a C wave should be a 5-wave move. And as you can see, this looks like a small 1, 2. Okay, maybe this is a 3, 4, 5. Ideally, it stretches a bit higher to get to these higher fib extensions. I would actually prefer another 4-5 pattern, because this looks like it's all part of 1/3 and then one more 4-5. Again, you know, just to show you that this would be like 1, 2, and then there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, 5, like that, basically. Okay, I leave that on the chart. It's not super reliable, this micro counting. I prefer to use the fibs, and definitely bullish against the last swing low here, 83040. Okay, that's the key level. In the very short term, the main level that we're watching for is 97044. But I take that off. That's just really micro support, because any break below that level would indicate that we don't get another 4-5. 97044. Yeah, and then sort of the expectations would be for a little bit higher, again, at least against those levels. So once they start to break, we're dealing with the first breaks of supports, and then as we get here, finish off and wrap up this third, there should be another larger 4-5 and possibly stretching then to the 1.618 extension at 178885. Further extension is always possible. Important, I think, at the moment is to recognize, okay, we are here in a local uptrend. When does this uptrend likely break? I gave you the key levels for that. What are the next upside targets? I gave you them. I don't see a great entry point here. Okay, the entry point was the orange box. The next interesting one could be this way for pullback. That's my update about PEPE. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.